Welcome back to beautiful Darwin this morning. It is time now for the Mixed Grill with Rachel Hancock, editor of the NT News, writer of some of the best headlines in history, and footballer Abbey Holmes, and of course Carl. Good morning to all of you.
And of course Carl.
And of course Carl. We all know Carl. Now, it sounds like an innocent enough question, when are you going to have children? But one US journalist has made a call to action to stop questioning women's fertility. Let's take a look.
This morning, an uproar online after freelance writer Emily Bingham posted a Facebook rant begging everyone to stop the reproductive plan questions. The post shared almost 40,000 times.
Even if it feels like not a big deal to you, it might be a really big deal to the person that you're asking.
Bingham posting a random ultrasound image she found on the internet to catch everyone's attention, then writing, "This is just a friendly PSA that people's productive and procreative plans and decisions are none of your business."
So what do you think, Rachel? Is it time we stopped asking women about their plans to have kids?
Well, it is a very personal question, but it's also a very popular one. It seems to be the first thing people ask when you've got married, when you're having kids, you've had a kid, when you're having another one. It's just never ending. But you know, I've got two boys and they're 5 years apart, and the second one was quite hard to conceive. So I got asked that question a lot, and I would make up excuses, and I didn't feel like I was embarrassed by it, but it was awkward. So I do think it's a question that we should just back off a bit.
And do people even ask about why the size of the gap? Was it 5 years?
Yeah, I get that a bit. It's like, oh, yeah, did you have so much trouble bringing up the first one? And it's like, well, no, not actually. But yeah, they do ask sometimes, and I don't really want to go into much detail, but anyway, I have on national television.
Well, exactly, but that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, it seems to be a subject that's open for anyone to ask. Why is that, Abby?
Well, yeah, I just think, as Rach said, it's that topic. It's, you know, you've been with your partner for many years, or you're married. It's the next step is to have kids. But I do think it is quite a personal topic, and it should be up to the individual if they want to disclose that information, not dictated by the outsider. So
you're single. Do you get asked the question?
Well, I was in a 5-year relationship, but yeah, it was that, when's the ring coming? And then obviously that next step, when would you guys be having kids? So definitely, but now it's obviously
when are you having kids? Hey, but here's the thing, it's not blokes that ask that question, ever. I don't know a bloke in the world that ever asked that question.
Right, actually.
It's women on women again, putting women under pressure. And so I don't get that whole thing. It's like whenever you want to choose or whenever you decide, it's none of anyone's business but you and your family.
Have you ever been asked?
I've never been asked.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe, to sort of give women the benefit of the doubt, is it maybe just a conversation starter? Is it that need that we have to have conversations that are on a deeper level than perhaps blokes will talk about, you know, that great fishing trip on the weekend?
No, I disagree with that. I think it's even less than that. It's just a filler. It's a conversation. I push back on that very hard, because it's just a comment. Girls go around and go, oh, when are you going to have another baby? It's just a conversation filler rather than anything more deep than that, I don't think.
All right.
By the way, what's wrong with fishing on the weekend?
Nothing at all.
What's wrong with fishing in Darwin?
It was great. We loved it. Now, opinion columnist Elise Elliott writes this morning that the Participation Award has become the new gold medal in what she believes is an effort to satisfy the mediocre masses. We've killed off competition for our kids, and instead of winners and losers, everybody gets an award for participation. Abby, isn't competition a good thing?
It is, and I was just saying to Rachel, this is probably not the best topic for the most competitive person in the world.
But she is, I can vouch.
Yeah.
But if you'd got an award for coming last when you were a kid, do you think you would have strived as hard as you have?
I think it's extremely important to push kids from a young age to participate and partake in as much activity as possible, because this will in turn obviously highlight their passions and their strengths and their weaknesses. And I do think that the Participation Award has been a little bit glorified, though. I think in order for us to find the next Gary Ablett's and Kathy Freemans, we need that competition and we need the results. And obviously kids are going to be working hard to ensure that, you know, they're winning and, you know, being top of their field to ensure that they're taking that next step to the elite level.
Although, Rachel, I mean, we are such a sporting nation, but we also have a rich, basically an area where we are very good at art. So for those kids who aren't good at sport at school, isn't this just one of those things to kind of say, well done, but you know, you can go into other areas. You don't have to win all the time?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good to encourage people to take part, and you know, my sons have been to plenty of swimming carnivals and have got participation awards, and they think it's quite cool. But my husband is a soccer coach, and he's seen both sides of it. And when he doesn't give that medal medal to all of the children. There are tears, and it's not a pretty thing.
Are they tears from the kids, or are they tears from the parents?
I think the parents are more so. Then parents do put pressure on. They want their kids to be the best and get the trophy and the Abbey Holmes awards for wonderful things.
Oh, stop it, right?
Well, Carl, you were an overachiever as a kid. Like,
That's
there was
right,
no
yeah.
sport that you didn't excel in.
Well, because, Lisa, I worked so hard.
Is that what it was? Did your mum encourage you?
No, I wanted to. I was born with that competitive spirit.
Yeah.
And so a participation award wouldn't mean anything to me. As a kid or even as an adult, it's more about, unless you've climbed Everest or something, you know, or did a Sydney to Hobart and won.
Overachiever as an adult as well, when we think about it.
Go for it. Go for it. But there are going to be winners and losers in life. So don't be worried about a participation award. Just participate for your own self.
Yeah, just team sport, I think, is a very good thing.
Terrific,
to
yeah.
Done.
All right, moving on, and we are on the spectacular waterfront here in Darwin this morning. Day 2 of our We Love Australia tour. And Rachel, your favourite spot in this beautiful territory?
That's hard. I mean, I love Darwin. It's a wonderful place to live, and every weekend's a holiday. But I would still stick with Uluru. It's an amazing place, and just the energy and the vibe that comes off it is something you have to experience.
Yeah, Abby?
Same, absolutely love Darwin. Adelaide girl originally, but moving up here has been the best thing I've ever done. I do spend many a Sunday down here at the waterfront, but love also getting away to Litchfield. So it's about an hour and a half,
fabulous
2-hour drive, beautiful waterfalls, nice and relaxing. It's absolutely lovely.
Beautiful swim spots there as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, my favourite part of the Northern Territory is the newsroom at the Northern Territory News. It's continually exciting. It's great journalistically and also have the best front pages ever. So as a newsman, that's what lights me.
And Rachel,
I'll pay you later.
Thanks.
You've got to tell us the story behind coming up with the best headline of the year, which was when Malcolm Turnbull ascended to the throne of Prime Minister. Your front page headline was...
Rich dude becomes Prime Minister or PM.
Excellent stuff. Was that all your own work?
I was in Sydney for an editors' conference at the time, so we were all trying to come up with headlines. And then I just thought, how would a Territorian say it? So I said it out loud, and one of the other editors burst out laughing. So I said, that'll do.
Yeah.
That's perfect for the territory.
I've got to pack a whacker up my clacker. It rates pretty high.
That was yours as well.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
You do know how to make your own headlines.
Thank you.
Rachel, Carl, Abby, great stuff. Thanks a lot for that.
Thanks, Lisa.
Well, after the break, it's the spectacular